Come with us as we hike the Costa Brava Way, also known as the Cami De Ronda. We jumped at the opportunity to hike along the Mediterranean when we heard about it a few months ago from Andrew at Pygmy Elephant. This is the ultimate of bougie hikes, as it tracks along the northeastern coast of Catalonia, Spain. After the heads-down, high-mileage days of our Camino Francés journey in March, we were looking forward to a more relaxed experience. The Costa Brava combines beautiful coastal scenery, 4- and 5-star accommodations, intriguing towns, plenty of beaches and coves, all peppered in various daily hiking challenges. What prompted us to take this hike was the engineering that went into cherry-picking the very best miles of the Costa Brava, aligned with keeping to our 18-kilometer-per-day target range. The Costa Brava Way is normally done over 12 segments, but the best segments can be finessed in 7 stages, capturing the perfect mix of the rugged coastline, the pristine beaches, picturesque villages with the rich cultural heritage of the Costa Brava. Our journey started with a warm-up day at the Park Hotel San Jorge and Spa in Platja de Aro. Platja de Aro is a major resort town that boasts its ancestry with ancient Roman ruins dating back to the 1st century AD. Now, well rested from our flight from Charlotte and shuttle from Barcelona, Wes and I got started with a taxi to Sant Feliu Guíxols and hiked back 10 kilometers along the coastline back to San Jorge and Platja de Aro. Today offered exceptional views and vistas, but what made today's hike particularly unique was the wonderfully sculpted stairs, the many on and off beach transitions, and most of all, the crafted passageways and tunnels along the promenade. Today's day 2. 10 miles of walking through tunnels and beaches. Day 2 from Platja de Aro to Kilometer de Palafrugell. A harder day for sure at over 18 kilometers with some rocky trail conditions, thick forest cover, laced in with diverse landscapes that included some outstanding beaches and rock formations. Costa Brava translates to wild coast in Spanish. That said, you need to be prepared, as wild can also mean occasional nudity on the beaches and on the trail. We found the towns along the way complemented the trail and its breathtaking landscapes extremely well. It is no wonder this Mediterranean destination is a highly coveted and such a sought-out location. We picked an early June hike in part due to my school's summer break schedule, capped with fewer hikers on the trail to contend with, but just as important, we would struggle having to carry the extra water needed to hike in the July and August heat. We spent the night at the Hotel Saint Roch. All our rooms had wonderful water views. Day 3 from Kilometer de Palafrugell to Begur, a 12-kilometer day. Wandering through the region's charming villages cannot be understated from the standpoint of highlights of this hike. Wes and I found the restaurants to be very accommodating and the food very good. We would enjoy a glass of sangria at the cozy beachside cabanas along the way. One of Wes's top stops was the very remote restaurant de Cala Pedrosa. Begur was Wes's favorite town on our trek. We stayed at the Hotel El Petit Convent. The Hotel El Petit Convent is a renovated horse stable turned into a charming boutique. The best meal we had on the trip was at the Carbo restaurant in Begur. We spent several hours people watching and relaxing in the town square. We included 2 nights at the same location as many times as it made sense, and Begur was a 2-nighter. The design of our itinerary was underpinned with not having to feel rushed to pack up and leave every day. We took full advantage of getting acquainted with the surroundings. Costa Brava was a perfect match for us, allowing for a slower-paced hike. We even felt comfortable having breakfast each day, unlike the Camino, where we would worry about running out of daylight. In actuality, we did the Costa Brava in the middle of June with longer daylight hours, but still we did not feel any end-of-the-day pressure, even starting at 8:30 in the morning. No doubt we were getting dialed in with the routine now. Day 4 in Begur. Today we do a loop around the city. Day 4 was a loop trek around the Begur area that included Satuna and Sa Riera. This day had a bit more road walking and the coastal section was very rocky. Let me take a moment and share the name of the company who set up our self-guided Costa Brava journey, Pygmy Elephant Travel. This is the 4th time we have used Pygmy Elephant. The name of the company is cleverly riddled in the truth that a small journey can make a big difference in one's life. Today is day 5. We leave El Port de la Selva and walk to Catalonia. Day 5. Today we skipped ahead and shuttled to El Port de Selva, a very cool trailhead town. When we arrived in El Port de Selva, it was still quite early and the streets were quiet. We had time for coffee and the bounty of a wonderful bakery to kick off the day. Along with a few cups of coffee, we enjoyed apple strudel and a new pastry to us, shushu. Our biggest concern for the day was how much water to carry. From El Port de Selva, we hiked to Catalonia and stayed at the Hotel Playa Sol. It was a long day without any cover, but as we walked into Catalonia, it was truly a thrill. There was a large craft show happening with lots of shopping and food treats. Hiking the Cami De Ronda appeared to us to be reserved to only a few in-the-know insiders. The blending of hiking mixed with the extravagance of staying at the finest hotels on the Mediterranean was quite unique, to say the least. We distinguished ourselves with just a handful of others standing out in the crowd with our backpack and trekking poles. After the experience of hiking into shelters, huts, refugios, hostels, and camps, hiking into these ritzy tourist enclaves after a hard day on the trail was certainly one of our endearing memories of the Costa Brava Way. Day 6 was the lighthouse trek. Today we took an open-air taxi to Far del Cruz and hiked back to the Hotel Playa Sol. Seafood dishes reigned supreme with specialties like seafood paella. We savored traditional Catalan fare such as batafara, sausage, escalavada, grilled vegetables, and crema catalana, a creamy dessert similar to creme brulee. We also had binged on mussels and spaghetti bolognese. Just outside Catalonia, we stopped at the Salvador Dali house. This was one of the highlights of the trips. Very impressive at so many levels. We really liked the Hotel Playa Sol. Day 7, the payoff day. We saved the best for last.
Today's our last and final day, 11 miles. We're going to go from Catalonia to Roses.
We started early so we could end early and spend time in Roses. The first few kilometers were a bit of an ass kicker with a steep uphill, but once we decline back to the coastline, the trail follows an undulating path just off the water. We finished just after 2 p.m. in time for lunch at our 5-star Hotel Vista Bella, a very nice treat to celebrate the finish. It is hard to describe just how stunning the coastline is, characterized by dramatic cliffs, hidden coves, and crystal clear waters. One of Wes's takeaways from this trip is summarized in this observation. He said, "They must paint the towns along the Cami De Ronda every night as they all look so pristine." One of the highlights for me was to return to Barcelona after 10 plus years and to explore the inside of the La Sagrada de Familia. The last time I was here it was unfinished, and I must say, it took my breath away. Antoni Gaudí is a genius, and I was so excited to show Wes 2 of his best works. We visited La Pedrera, Casa Mila, and finished at La Sagrada. I was very excited to celebrate Mass at La Sagrada and was honored to do a reading. Barcelona was the perfect end to a spectacular hike full of beauty and Catalonia traditions. This has been a 2024 Blue Skies and Puffy Clouds production.